The wait is over. Confirmation of the 15-man squad for India at the 2019 ICC Cricket World Cup. There is place for Dinesh Karthik, there is place for KL Rahul, there is place for Vijay Shankar, but no place for Rishabh Pant and Ambati Rayudu in a squad that sees just three specialist seamers in the form of Bumrah Shami and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Ravindra Jadeja makes the final cut. Otherwise, the rest of the squad was pretty much on expected lines. Murali Karthik and Dasgupta with me for a quick reaction on India's World Cup squad. Happy with what you see, Karthik?
Yeah, in a way, yes. Part of me is very happy, but I also feel very sad for Ambati Rayudu. And the reason why I say that is that he has been picked up as a number 4. There was the captain as well who said he's our number 4, he's happy with him. And somebody who averages 50 in ODIs, and for him to be chucked out at the last minute, you feel sad for somebody like him.
Okay, so Karthik feels for Ambati Rayudu, misses out. Let's first focus on Dinesh Karthik and Rishabh Pant. We'll get to Rayudu's numbers in detail. Deep, the keeping option has been made, the reserve keeping option has been made, and you did say on our show, on our platform earlier, that yes, given what you've seen, you would pick Dinesh Karthik over Rishabh Pant.
Yes, I mean, as of now, I would, especially for this World Cup, because as far as keeping is concerned, I think Rishabh has improved quite a lot, and it's quite visible during this IPL. But as far as batting is concerned, I still think Rishabh doesn't have that middle gear, the ability to play the 20-30 odd overs in between. So that's something that I believe that Rishabh needs to improve on and make it part of his game as far as batting is concerned. See, the other important thing with Dinesh is he's versatile in terms of batting positions. He's batted from every position from number 1 to number 7. So that's and obviously the experience and all that. So I think for the World Cup, I would have preferred Dinesh over Rishabh.
Yeah, you're looking at the numbers of Dinesh Karthik since that Champions Trophy 2017, which is when Chief Selector MSK Prasad said a lot of options were tried. And we're just looking at some of those numbers, Karthik, and an average of 47, strike rate 75, different situations, different contexts. But the point Deep makes, does Dinesh Karthik give you greater confidence if you are to use him as a specialist batsman, even with MS Dhoni in the same 11?
Yeah, absolutely spot on, because he's been tried at different places, he's been asked to do different roles, and he has come and done everything to the best of his ability. So you can't chuck or you can't remove somebody who's done that for you, seen as a selfless player. It's not that he's got a specific spot to go and occupy and then you say, oh, this is what my spot is. So, and also, I think as a wicket keeper, I would any day have him even as a fielder. Right. If you need Dinesh Karthik, he's much better than Rishabh Pant. And the reason why I feel Rishabh Pant is still not ready is that, and I believe this very firmly, that when you get picked for India, you need to be a sort of finished product, around 90-95% finished product, and then you improve as a cricketer because you're playing at the highest stage. For me personally, as a wicket keeper, over 50 overs, I don't think if he's going to miss a few crucial chances.
But Dinesh Karthik does give you that confidence as a keeper.
No, look, if MS Dhoni is fit, he's going to be playing. There's no question of anyone else coming to keep.
Right.
It's just that if required, you have a specialist wicket keeper available. Even that sometimes is not needed because it's just England.
Yes,
you could have done away with that as well. But Dinesh Karthik has done a role as a batsman, and then the added fact that he is a wicket keeper and can also be used as a fielder.
I'll just give that one last word on the keeping call to you, Deep. As a keeper, does Karthik outrank Rishabh Pant in terms of just the assurance and security purely as wicket keeper?
Listen, I understand what Karthik is saying, but what I've seen of Rishabh Pant of late, I've done about IPL per se, I think he's improved. I think he's improved as a wicket keeper. But yeah, I mean, Dinesh Karthik, again, the fact that Dinesh Karthik has been around for 10-12 years and someone like Karthik has played a lot of cricket with Dinesh Karthik, that is another comfort level, I guess. But as far as Rishabh is concerned, I think he's work in progress. Again, as Karthik mentioned, he's work in progress. He's not a finished product yet, but he's much improved as a wicketkeeper what he was maybe a month, 2 months ago.
All right. I guess the final word on this is that his time will come. Rishabh Pant, for now, India have gone with the experience of Dinesh Karthik. Let's move to why the experience of Ambati Rayudu wasn't picked and why someone like Vijay Shankar still gets the nod. Not only do we know that Vijay Shankar is part of the squad, but MSK confirming that he will start as number 4 for the World Cup. So that's an interesting call. If you have to just analyze on the basis of a batsman, let's leave Vijay Shankar's bowling out of it. Vijay Shankar over Rayudu. Why do you feel that case should have been made for Rayudu?
Look, I think we always look at performances very close to the selection.
Yes.
And as I am very happy for Vijay Shankar, I mentioned at the start of this program that I feel for Ambati Rayudu because for a while he has been your number 4. He has got runs for you. Yes, he has missed out on a few occasions, as have other batsmen. But when you look at his record, and you guys might dissect it a lot more, just to the naked eye, and for me, I look at him as purely a cricketer. In my team, he's done everything right as a number 4, in the sense that there will be swords against him about him playing genuine fast bowling.
Yes.
I don't think that's a big issue. There are lots of people who struggle against genuine fast bowling. Yeah. It's not Ambati Rayudu alone. He's a very good player of spin as well in the middle orders. And the fact that he's averaged what you've shown me, so it's a tough call when you use the same average for somebody like a Dinesh Karthik, there and thereabouts. So why not for Ambati Rayudu? Vijay Shankar, yes, I'm very happy that he's been picked in the 15, but not at the cost of Ambati Rayudu.
Okay, we're looking at those numbers. It might be a hard pill for someone like Ambati Rayudu to swallow deep because, like we've seen, the average is 42, the strike rate is 84. It wasn't long back at the Asia Cup where Virat Kohli had almost endorsed Ambati Rayudu that yes, this is going to be our number 4, round about there, then and thereabouts after the Asia Cup, that he was given an endorsement. And now he finds his way out. Are you understanding this decision, or are you on Karthik's side of it?
It's difficult to kind of understand it completely, the whole process. As you mentioned, earlier on the team management comes out and says he's a number 4 and now he's not there. This is our span of a month and a half, 2 months. But I also understand why Vijay Shankar is there. It is unfortunate that Rayudu's not there. But in my team, we spoke about it, my squad, Rayudu wasn't there. Because as Karthik, touched upon that point, that at times he does not look too convincing. Again, it's not that, if you look at just the numbers, then Rayudu is far, far ahead of the other number 4, players that have been tried out. There's no question about as far as numbers are concerned. But convincing part of it, I'm not completely convinced when I see him bat. And when I see Vijay Shankar bat again.
Does Vijay Shankar give you more confidence as a number 4, Deep? Does Vijay Shankar give you more confidence?
Yeah, Vijay Shankar at number 4. But you know what? I have a very strong feeling that the other option might be looked into after a few games if that doesn't work out, and that would be KL Rahul at 3 and Virat at 4.
I don't think so that's going to work. The reason being that, look, it's a bit surprising how everyone thinks and how everything works. Sometimes this used to happen in under 16 and under 19. Anybody who used to look good in the nets was always picked over somebody who got runs. So there are people who are very good players, bowlers in the nets, just like me. Very good bowler in the nets. There are lots of people who are good bowlers in the game. So similarly, there are lots of good batsmen in the nets. And so similarly, so for somebody like an Ambati Rayudu, it's not a question of looking convincing. It's a question of getting runs. And that's exactly what it is. And KL Rahul, he looks pleasing. He looks $1 million. Don't get me wrong there. I'm a huge fan of KL Rahul. But if he was so crucial, why wasn't he playing in the last few months? Why was he not given a chance in the last few months?
The fact is that he's been tried at 4 and he was removed for a reason. He wasn't working at 4.
So for me, 6 months ago, this team should have been ready saying that, oh, these are the guys who are going. Okay. You don't have to watch over your shoulder. Just go and play the way you want to play. Your spot is secured. So for somebody to endorse that, oh, this guy is my number 4, or to say that he's going to be, and he plays there, he gets runs. Yes, he's going to miss out, as do others, and then suddenly he gets dropped.
Okay, let's have a look at Vijay Shankar's numbers too. You just saw KL Rahul also is only averaging around the 20s. It's again that thing, isn't it, Deep, about who looks good versus who might be effective, as Karthik says. But yes, you have a point, Deep.
Yeah, my point is, listen, I agree what Karthik mentioned about this team who should have been ready by 5-6 months ago. But having said that, KL Rahul did not play because, the other 2 openers, your number 1 and 2 openers weren't getting runs. Rohit wasn't getting runs, Shikhar wasn't getting runs, so you couldn't play KL Rahul. So I think that there is a context to everything, and that's why I believe KL did not play those games there. And again, coming back to...
I think he's talking about why not KL Rahul at 4 if you were so confident of KL Rahul.
So you're saying that KL Rahul might go at 4, so why wasn't KL Rahul...
But KL Rahul's been picked as a reserve opener only, is what MSK Prasad has said. He's only been picked as a reserve opener, if we are to believe the chief selector.
No, fair enough. I'm saying it'll start off like that. It'll start off at Vijay Shankar at 4. But I'm saying maybe there is another option that should not be taken off the table as of now.
Very well.
And also, just to say something about Vijay Shankar, I think it's not just about looking and feeling good about his batting, the way he looks, but also the fact that what you need from your number 4. What you need from your number 4 is the ability to change gears when required, and most importantly, rotation of strike. Having said that, Rayudu's done all that. Again, I'm not going to debate on Rayudu and his numbers because he's done it. But I just have a feeling Vijay Shankar gives me a little more confidence against spinner and against pace bowlers to do those things that you expect from your number 4.
Okay, nowhere is his bowling a factor to tempt him to be picked ahead of Rayudu. Is it at all in your mind?
Look, there are a million reasons to pick a player and million thousand square reasons to drop a player. That's always the reason.
Exactly.
Okay, so when you want to pick someone, you look at it.
When you want to pick, you can give, everything will be good about you. Your collar, your trouser, everything is good.
Okay, I get your point. Right, let's go to the next. Let's go to our next point. That's no frontline backup seamer. Now we say frontline backup seamer because these three, Bhuvi, Bumrah and Shami, have actually been so good that you're trying to see whether there is someone to back them up. It's going to be after a long summer of work and from Australia to the IPL. Deep, there's no room for a fourth seamer. Can you understand that, or would you be worried?
I won't be worried, and I can understand that. The reason being there is no fourth fast bowler. Again, I go back to what Karthik mentioned. This team should have been ready 6 months ago. 6 months ago, you had a left-arm seamer in Khalil, you backed. Then suddenly he went out of favor. Then you played one game. Umesh played one game. Siddharth Kaul played a couple of games. But the point is, I don't see a fourth seamer. There is a group of bowlers where you can pick one of them, but no one out of that group of bowlers have actually raised their hands up. And to be fair, I don't think they have been given enough opportunities either.
Okay, I think Deep makes a fair point that there's been no outright seamer who's really making a case saying, well, I should be like Rayudu or like somebody else on the ranks in the batting. Is it a big deal in the World Cup in England, or are we making too much of it? That there are good enough players that make that squad, even though 4 of them aren't seamers.
Look, you've got 4 seamers, to be very
You're
honest.
Counting Hardik Pandya as
absolutely.
Your fourth seamer.
I don't look at him as a big seamer in a T20 format. He can give you a good couple of overs, and on his day he can give you good 4 overs. But Hardik Pandya, the bowler in one-day cricket, is a far improved bowler.
Sure.
He didn't start off giving you 10 overs, but he started doing that. And again, the pace of play is very different in a one-day game. So he will be your 4th bowler. And when it comes to as Deep rightly said, there have been no others. Yes, Khalil is the only exception who has possibly on the odd few occasions said that, I've got the promise, I've got the potential to make it as the 4th seamer. But if the need arises, as I said, it's only 8 hours flight.
Okay, and let's not rule out possibly sending somebody along with the squad like India did send Dhaval Kulkarni in 2015. Yes, Deep.
I think the other thing which I'm sure the team management would do is carry a few seamers along with them, 4 or 5 seamers. So it's not even 8 hours flight. It's just about telling ICC, somebody's injured and we need a replacement. That's about it. Some paperwork.
Yep, that's true.
Can we become seamers? You and me, Deep, will become seamers and we'll be there in the hotel somewhere.
You all are just looking for an excuse to go to London, both of you. Stay put in our studios, in the warmth of our studios. Right. India did do that in 2015. Dhaval Kulkarni did travel with the team, even though he was not part of the 15-man squad. Of course, if you do announce a replacement, then that rules out any bowler that you do replace. So they'll have to figure all that out. For now, team looks happy with just the 3 frontline seamers. What about that final position or that choice of position of Ravindra Jadeja as the backup all-rounder? It could be that the 15th man, you're trying to see what sort of role would he do. Is Jadeja a bit of a luxury position with some versatility, or could you have used that position now that Hardik Pandya is back in with full fitness?
No,
could you use that for that extra batsman or seamer?
I think Ronak is going to start. That's my gut
Wow,
feeling.
okay.
The reason why I say that is that along with the bat, he has bowled. Chahal is number 3 in the pecking order. Is my feeling, because Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja have played most of the games, and they see him as somebody who can tighten things up when required. And when the conditions are suitable for him, obviously he becomes extremely dangerous. If the wicket starts turning, I don't know how much of that will happen in England. But still, having said that, the kind of all-rounder he is, gun in the field, affects a couple of run-outs, those can be counted as wickets.
He outranks Yuzvendra Chahal now in the spin pecking order for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a couple of run-outs, direct hits like that, he is actually like wickets. And then the fact that he can bat, he is brilliant in the field, and he's going to give you those overs. Right. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I feel he might he might start in the 11.
Okay, so he's a starter for Murali Karthik. Numbers for Ravindra Jadeja. He did have almost a surprise inclusion back in the team during the Asia Cup and made the most of it, did well in that Asia Cup. But since the Champions Trophy 2017, it's funny that it was after that Champions Trophy that India went in a different direction, Deep, and decided that the conventional spin of Jadeja and Ashwin wasn't giving them the results. Now here we are again. Karthik says he outranks Yuzvendra Chahal in the 11. Your thoughts on that? Are you seconding that?
No, I'm not. I'm not, because according to me, I think it's going to be Hardik, two seamers, and Chahal and Kuldeep. That will be my 5 bowlers. And the reason being that a large part of the success that India has had in limited overs cricket of late is because of the wickets taken by both of these together in the middle overs. Now, Jadeja has done really well. I mean, obviously, Jadeja is there as an all-rounder, because you I don't see another seam up all-rounder or seam bowling all-rounder. So the second option is Jadeja in the country, if you look at it from that perspective. So for me, I think Jadeja is more of a plan B, where Hardik is not fit, because mind you, there are 9 games, right? So there's a possibility, there's a chance that Hardik is not fit, or maybe he's not in form or whatever. Then the other option is, instead of Hardik, you play maybe 3 seamers, all of them Shami, Bhuvi and Bumrah, and you play Kuldeep and Jadeja. So okay, you're not kind of meddling too much with the batting strength and the batting depth, while also you have all 5 bowlers in there.
We have seen
with regards to the pecking order. I didn't mean my pecking order. It's the team's pecking order. What the indications are.
No, but what is your pecking order?
I would have definitely. I've always said pick. Even in my commentary, if you hear, I've always said why not Chahal. Why not Chahal? Even in Australia, I would always have Chahal, those 2 guys, because they've been brilliant in the middle overs. They've been the most penetrative bowlers. But I said the pecking order, what the team has shown so far, the indication is that Jadeja will start.
What about the playing 11s? Deep's picked his. Let's see if Karthik agrees with it. This is a choice of Deep Dasgupta's ideal 11, looking at that 15
too early to
now.
pick.
Now, there you go. Karthik's already said it might be too early to pick. So you've picked Mohammad Shami as the second seamer, Deep, ahead of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. There's room for both wrist spinners, and Vijay Shankar is your number 4. I'm going to get Karthik to first react. You're saying it's too early to pick.
Too early. Till the time you don't go there, get there, see the pitch. What if it is a rank turner?
Let's assume you don't have any surprises. Let's assume it's a normal
it's for me, I won't pick the team right now.
I'm just happy with Karthik. Let's assume the game's tomorrow.
No, I'm not assuming. I haven't seen the pitch, so I'm not assuming anything.
Okay, so you're going to see the pitch and make a call?
No, not too early. You've got the 15. You've got to play around. You
Very well.
hope that the 15, anybody can pick themselves and play. That's
Very
why
well.
you pick a 15.
Okay, we've got your playing 11. Deep, just that one point, if you could dwell on more, why you've picked Mohammad Shami ahead of a Bhuvaneshwar Kumar if it comes to a choice of just 2 seamers.
Right, now my point is, I've picked this 11 as if I'm going to play tomorrow.
Yes.
Based on conditions that I saw last summer in England. So this is based on those factors. So as of now, if I have to play tomorrow, a seamer, and I have between Shami and Bhuvi, I think I'm going to pick Shami as of current form. But obviously, I have to agree with Karthik on that. Got a month to go.
Yeah.
And only yesterday we saw Bhuvi bowled really, really well in the death. He got a few Yorkers in, and he was looking his usual self. So another month to go and all that stuff. But yes, if I have to play a game tomorrow, this would be my playing.
Let me only get your word on that. Assuming you have room for just 2 seamers, would you? Bumrah obviously walks in, but are you going to pick Shami or Bhuvi as your second seamer?
Again, depending on conditions.
Fine.
But I'm a big Shami fan.
Okay.
Look, Shami fan and Bumrah obviously is indispensable to the team right now. It's a strong word which I use, but at the moment, that's what it is.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of those 2 wristies in the middle.
Very well.
And so yeah, I am with Deep on that. Say if he had to play tomorrow, and if Bhuvaneshwar, and given the tracks, they've become very flat. Yeah. In England, so there's not too much seam happening, and anyways this new ball only swings 2 deliveries.
Sure. Okay, I think both Murali Karthik and Deep Dasgupta have agreed and disagreed on enough. I think everyone can agree this is still a formidable team, a good looking team with good chances for India at the World Cup. Many thanks to you, Karthik.
Thank you.
Many thanks to Deep Dasgupta as well. So these are the thoughts of our panel after India have announced their 15-man squad for the 2019 Cricket World Cup.